Hey everyone, welcome back. It is our third review of the week today. We are going back to Japan once again, technically New Japan, not to Japan. Noah was yesterday in Japan, but today we are talking about New Japan, Fighting Spirit Unleashed from Sam's Town in Las Vegas. This is how you do a Las Vegas show, not the way AEW does it.
I mean, I don't know if I would say this is the way you do anything, but
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
at least people showed up.
yeah, it wasn't even 1,000 people. It was only 800 people.
Yeah, they like the small venues for the strong stuff.
Which was good. I didn't mind it. I didn't mind the venue at least. There were a couple pre-show matches. You caught the pre-shows?
Yeah, whatever was there, I watched it all.
Vandergriff against Buck Skinner.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's their guy. They think he's going to be really good.
That's their two dojo guys that they're looking to. And then we had, and then the other pre-show where Matt Vandergriff won, and then we had Team Filthy, Jarl Nelson, Royce Isaacs, and Danny Limelight, who's another one of those strong dojo guys, against Titus Alexander, Jacob Austin Young, and Balian Aki. Didn't really care.
They existed.
Yeah, didn't really care.
It was one of the worst pre-shows I've seen recently.
Yeah, so let's move on. We'll go right to the main event. Team Filthy goes over. That's going to play later into the show. So we'll go right to the main show proper. The first match of the evening was Satoshi Kojima, Jeff Cobb, Fred Rosser, and Alex Coughlin in a four-way match for the #1 contendership for the Strong Openweight Championship.
Yeah, it was weird because the only two options for me to win here are Fred Rosser
and Jeff Cobb.
And Kojima. No, not Jeff Cobb.
No, you didn't think Jeff?
I
was expecting Cobb.
Well, spoilers, Kojima wins.
Yeah.
They're not gonna use Jeff Cobb as a fodder tool to put over Eddie Kingston because that's what's gonna happen.
Well, see, that's what I thought. I thought Jeff Cobb was finally going to beat Eddie Kingston.
It's not yet. It's not happening yet.
Oh my god!
They're gonna use that to keep. They're gonna keep doing this. I knew it. I called it. I said Kojima's gonna win, and they're gonna use it to put
Eddie
over
Kingston Legends Tour. Yeah,
and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so the fact that you expect me to believe that he's beating these people is like you're just not. It's just no.
It's not believable. I don't know what I hate more: this Eddie Kingston beat all the Japanese legends run, or the same finish for every Roman Reigns match.
No, I have a new one. The Seth Rollins, I'm losing for the whole match, and at the last second win the match.
Well, he's been talking to his buddy Moxley, right?
No, that's he's getting the Moxley booking.
Yeah. Oh, my back, but I'm going to do a tope.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and MJF, I'm really bored.
Yeah.
I like Seth Rollins.
And the best thing is the Sonata Naito feud right now.
New Japan is by far the best company right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Where Noah's almost... But see, I'm enjoying Alex Shelley's run.
Yeah, me too. I think Impact is good too. I just think that New Japan is like on a different level.
Yeah. They're already booking their Wrestle Kingdom. Like we're already getting... It was announced that we're getting Okada Danielson too. And they set up Lone Star Shootout a lot of matches in this show as well.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried though because the Lone Star Shootout matches. Okay, this is weird because this is a strong show that we're talking about today.
Same thing with Lone Star, I think.
I think Lone Star is an actual New Japan show.
Is it?
Either way, that one feels a lot more like a strong show. Like all the matches that have been announced, but right now, as of now, are like, who cares?
Yeah.
Except for like Julia versus Stephanie Valax.
Mayu versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, that they switched it. It was supposed to be Julia originally, wasn't it?
No, it was Mayu defending.
Oh no, it was always Mayu. I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah. But yeah, it is an actual New Japan. No, it's a New Japan Strong CMLL cross promotion show.
Okay.
But back to the show at hand. Fighting Spirit. So as Kojima wins, so the Eddie Kingston defeating all the Japanese Legend Tour continues. How many more legends is he going to beat?
I don't know. I'm assuming that at some point he's going to fight Nagata. Because there's no way he's fighting Tenzin. He's not going to do
No.
that. Tenzin looks like he's going to die.
Well, I mean, the show we reviewed the other night, yesterday, basically, the was it Nakajima's final match? You think maybe he's going to do a Nakajima match?
Nakajima's not coming to if he leaves Noah, which is most likely happening, as you could tell.
Yeah.
He's going somewhere to get paid. He's not going to go somewhere to put over Eddie Kingston.
Tune in to go back to yesterday's show if you haven't watched it to hear our thoughts on Nakajima and where we think he might go and what he might do. But this continues. So we'll go in. Like you said, Kojima wins. He's going to be facing the winner of Eddie Kingston against Tenare, and we all know how that match is going to turn out.
Yeah, and this match was okay.
Yeah,
it had some moments.
It did have a few good moments. I thought it was a fun way to start the match. The next match I really enjoyed. The match between Yuvia, Johnny Robbie versus Zixius and Stephanie Vacour. This was a really fun match.
I've instantly become a Johnny Robbie fan.
I said I wrote the exact same thing.
I watched this thinking, oh my God, we're getting 2 dojo girls. This is going to be so shit. And then they were actually good. You know, like when you're watching AEW and they're like bring out their 2 new girls and they suck. And you're like, oh, I get it.
But then you get someone like a Billy Starks.
Yeah. Or you're watching like next NXT. And it's like they trot out their new up and coming people and they have like just pure stinkers.
Like Lola Vice.
Oh,
we're not doing that. We're not doing the night 2 of Halloween Havoc, but Lola Vice ended up winning the women's breakout tournament.
I mean, to be honest with you, I know you reviewed it.
The first night, yeah.
I couldn't even watch it because it kept cutting out.
Yeah.
But after seeing what happened, the second night didn't even need to have a review.
No, it doesn't.
Nothing there.
All you need to know is Ilya Dragunov wins and Trick William finally turned on Carmelo Hayes.
There's too much backing behind Trick Williams. I don't understand.
Yeah. People to the point where people are even saying that Trick Williams has the better higher ceiling than Carmelo. There's no way.
I've watched a Trick Williams match. He's not even remotely on a level with Carmelo.
Yeah. But that's a discussion for the November State of Wrestling. So Vacour and Zixius win. This was like I said, this was a really fun match. I really enjoyed it. I didn't expect Zixius and Vacour are the CMLL Women's Tag Champions, and Vacour is the CMLL Women's Champion.
Yeah, so I don't know what belt La Catalina has, but she has some belt.
Yeah, because she's
so they
CML.
Must have another women's belt.
Yeah, I don't know, but like I said, Vacour, and at the end of the match, at the end of this match, Vacour challenges Mayu Iwatani for the IWGP Women's Championship. She wants to be holding 3 belts, which I don't mind. Like, it'll be a good match.
She's pretty good.
Yeah. The only thing is, like, I also put in the notes here, I think we need to watch a little bit more CMLL because clearly that's the better Mexican promotion than AAA.
Oh, it's way better. I watched the New Japan crossover one. And then I watched one other one recently.
Yeah.
Mind you, I haven't watched anything on our list, but I'm watching other random things.
Yeah. But I mean, those are stuff that we're not reviewing. So watch them at your leisure. If you don't watch them, you don't watch them. I do.
You'll see it. I've just been putting X's.
Yeah.
I have no time. I'm surprised I watched these pay-per-views.
So with that, we're going to go into our Vacour and Zixius go over. With that, we'll go into our next match. They were saying this has title implications for the strong openweight championship. And it was Tom Lawler against Gabe Kidd. Gabe Kidd impressed me a bit in this match.
I mean, he's not a bad wrestler, but he's like a really shit character.
Yeah.
And I find that is like makes me not want to watch the matches. It's just he's so boring.
Yeah.
But like
then you also had Tom Lawler. So
then you had Tom Lawler, the pants came off. And I mean, the problem with Tom Lawler is I don't see him enough.
Yeah.
So I have no reason to like care about him.
Yeah. Fair enough. Same Tom Lawler. Same thing with guy later in the match that we see. Alex Zane is another one we don't see as often. So, but
Alex Zane's good too.
he is. Gabe Kidd actually goes over, so I think we may be seeing Gabe Kidd taking a run at Eddie Kingston eventually.
Yeah, okay. I mean, maybe that's who's going to take over.
Maybe. So with that, we're going to go into our next match. It is an 8-person tag match celebrating Atlantis's 40th anniversary in wrestling. The guy's 61 years old, Atlantis. So how old is Atlantis Jr.? He's got to be at least in his 40s.
Yeah, no, but this is a funny story about Mexican wrestling. Whenever you see like a father-son duo, they're always like 50 and 30, like late 30s, or like 60 and 40.
Yeah.
And it's like you wouldn't guess right away that that's how old they are, but it's like because Mexican wrestling has like that lineage style of thing where it's like the son always wrestles when the father wrestles.
Yeah. Sometimes, well, Dr. Wagner's no longer around, but you got Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr.
Well, there was Dr. Wagner, then Hijo del Dr. Wagner, and now there's Hijo del Dr. Wagner Jr.
Jr. So he's the junior of the son.
He's the son of the son.
Yeah, he's the grandson. But so it was in the team with Atlantis is Atlantis Jr., Mystico, who was originally the original Sin Cara in WWE, and Hiroshi Tanahashi against Rocky Romero, Tiger Masks, Soberano Jr., and Adrian Quest. It was good to see Soberano Jr. again. Last time we saw him was that crossover show. That was good. The Junior All Stars. Mystico was not as botchy as he was when he was in WWE.
Mystico's not nearly as botchy than as he was in WWE. But I have this thing, okay? So I watched what's that pay-per-view, the WWE one? Crown Jewel. And we were talking with a group of
reviews
people
next week for that one.
Japanese wrestlers have a much more physical, aggressive style that looks more realistic than American wrestling, just generally. But they are able to blend in with the Americans quite well.
Yes.
The Luchas have a very fast-paced style of wrestling that's more like dancing. And when they have to wrestle against people in that slow pace, it just doesn't work. That's why Rey Mysterio doesn't count, because I don't even think he ever wrestled in Mexico, because he's not born in Mexico.
No, he's from San Diego.
You know? But like Eddie Guerrero, like these kind of guys, the Luchas, and a lot of their influence came from Japan more than it did come from Mexico.
Chris Jericho's a perfect
Eddie
example.
Guerrero's dad was a wrestler, but yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, so these guys, the reason they blend in with WWE is because they might have that high flying style, but they know the American wrestling. When you just take those guys right from Mexico and put them in a WWE ring, it doesn't work.
No, you're right. That's why
even Dragon Lee is struggling right now.
Yeah. What's his name? Samurai Del Sol too. He was another one. Now he's back in, he's been doing some stuff with Impact, but him too. Like he struggled for a bit too. He was okay in the tag team with the Lucha Dragons with the second Sin Cara. But
yeah. So I have a question.
Sure.
We're way off topic, but I don't care anymore. Sorry, it's just derailing. Mystico was Sin Cara.
Yes.
And then they switched him out with what's his face?
The other Sin Cara.
The other Sin Cara. Okay. But Mystico's gimmick is Sin Cara.
Yes.
So Mystico left WWE and stayed Sin Cara, but Sin Cara was also in WWE.
Yes.
So they Razor Ramoned us.
In a way, yes. Because believe it or not, the guy who played the second Sin Cara was actually in a tag team with what's his name? Tonga Loa for a while.
Really?
Yep. So the second Sin Cara was what's his name? I forgot his name.
I always forget his name.
Yeah. But yeah, the second Sin Cara was this guy who tagged with Tonga Loa for a while. They were Camacho and something in Camacho. He was Camacho in WWE. Tonga Loa.
This is what I don't get. Okay, by the way, they re-signed. They're going to re-sign to New Japan.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's good.
Yes.
Which means they're probably winning the tag titles.
Anywho,
I just find that super odd that it's like, oh, Rey Mysterio's gone now, but Rey Mysterio's still wrestling and he looks like Rey Mysterio, but then you have another guy dressed as Rey Mysterio. Why didn't you just make a new character? Why did you just make another
They
Sin Cara? I don't
at the
fucking
time they were
understand.
really trying to push the Sin Cara brand, right? Because they own the name. So they really wanted to push it.
Yeah, but he looked like a wrestler that wasn't him.
Yeah. Yeah, because the original Sin Cara, this one here, Mystico, he doesn't have tattoos, where the guy who played Hunico had that whole sleeve. And
Oh well.
there was a point too where they came back and they feuded against each other, Sin Cara and Sin Cara 2, or Sin Cara Azul or something.
Really? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, there was a small feud. But
So
whatever.
stupid. Anyways,
Going back to the match at hand, this was like, you know how we're talking about Tanahashi, that we don't need to see him in singles matches. This is a good place to put Tanahashi.
yeah.
He did
And
his
when
moves.
he does, sorry, go.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he does his moves. The crowd gets to see Tanahashi. Like, they trot him out. This is the way you should be handling Tanahashi at this stage of his career.
And when he does well in these matches, when he starts like demolishing people, it's like believable because he is one of the greats. But we don't, when you have to see him struggle for 20 minutes, it's like, oh, like I can't believe this.
Yeah.
When he's just in there for small bursts, like in the trios match that they had with the Impact guys, like he looks good.
Yeah. The Motor City Machine Guns and
Yeah.
Josh. But yeah, and like I said, this is a good spot for him. And Atlantis gets the win. I really like Rocky Romero's heel work. And this had
weird.
But this had Rocky's fingerprints all over it.
Oh yeah, Rocky's trying so hard to do two things right now. He's trying to strengthen the partnership with CMLL and really put them over, and he's also trying to
build a strong brand.
So,
yeah.
I mean, he's doing well for that, I would say. I mean,
yeah, and he's still competing. Was fine.
Yeah, but he's actually, okay, number one, he's not that old.
No.
And he's actually a really good wrestler.
He is, but he's got a lot on his plate, right?
He's really, this is his thing. I find he's really good at just showing up and being a name. Like when he comes to AEW, he doesn't wrestle. So a lot of the time he just stands on the outside.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's like, he's there just because it's Rocky Romero. Everyone knows Rocky Romero.
Does
unless
forever.
you watch WWE, then you probably don't know Rocky Romero.
Yeah. But like I said, this was a fun match. Atlantis gets the win because 40 years in the wrestling business. You could tell when Tiger Mask came out, it looked like he didn't want to be there.
Yeah, a Tiger Mask looks tired.
Yeah.
But he still has more go than Tanahashi does.
But that's the thing. You could put anybody behind Tiger Mask right now.
I mean, not really. You could make it Tiger Mask 5.
Yeah.
And then do it. But like him, you could tell he's an old, like, Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, not Japanese, but you could just tell it's like an old man.
He is. Tiger Mask is Japanese.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you could tell he's just an old guy with a mask on. If you just put a young guy there, all of a sudden everyone would notice.
Yeah.
But they should continue. He should start grooming a Tiger Mask 5 because he was trying to do it with somebody who's popular now. And then they ended up not, they scratched.
Wasn't it supposed to be Kota Ibushi? Wasn't he supposed to be a Tiger Mask?
I think it was Kota Ibushi. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I think it is him though. I know it's someone that's popular.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, that they go over. So with that, we'll go into our first of 4 championship matches. We have Julia defending the Strong Women's Championship against Heian.
I didn't like this match.
Yeah, this was not Julia's best.
It was neither of their best. It was really like I just wasn't into it.
It was sloppy.
It was one of those moments when, when I always say I don't care about the storylines, where there was absolutely no storyline going into this at all. It was just some random girl challenging Julia for a title. And Julia didn't care. Julia didn't even look like she wanted to be there.
No. Now, Julia's contract should be, but they really did upplay Julia's stats, how many title defenses she's had already this year. They've really played her up. And it just, like, after all that we've said about her, that she should be number one on the PWI list, she didn't show it on this one. I gotta admit.
Yeah, but also the PWI list has nothing to do with how good they are in the ring,
True.
or else Roman Reigns wouldn't be on the list.
That's true.
But yeah, I don't know. Okay, she wasn't bad.
No,
but it wasn't like
I didn't have the investment like I usually do when there's a big match, like Julia versus Shuri, or you know what I mean, like, or a Julia versus Momo or something.
Yeah, it didn't have that go.
Yeah, but like you said, they're trying to strengthen that partnership with CML. She's part of CMLL, right, Yan?
I think so. Yeah. I honestly didn't pay attention to that.
But I mean, she retains. I think Julia is going to be holding on to this belt for quite a while, because this belt was designed with Mercedes Moné in mind. And now there's talks she may go back to WWE.
I saw an interview recently, or I don't know if like at a signing or something, and she did not seem like she wants to go back to WWE.
No. Like, I mean, we'll talk about it on next week's review with Crown Jewel, but from the looks of it, they may be turning Bayley face again.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens there. But
because there's a big return.
I think if Naomi goes, or what's her name?
Sasha Banks
goes back to WWE, it's not good for wrestling. And it could be even worse, because then you might see Naomi decide to leave Impact and go back to and then that's a big name for them, right? Even though she sucks.
Yeah, she's not her run has been not the greatest. But Julia retains. Clearly, we knew she wasn't going to lose this match. But
yeah.
But I mean, really, who's out there right now that can dethrone her? Like, you put the belt on someone so good that there's nobody out there that can dethrone her in strong.
Believably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can always just ditch it to a Stardom person, right? Or if Sasha Banks comes back, she can win.
She can win it back. Okay. Well, no, she never won it. She was supposed to win, and then she lost
she can win it, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Julia retains. We'll go into our next match, which was our next title match of the night. It was the Gorillas of Destiny of Hikuleo and ELP defending their strong openweight tag team championships against Monster Sauce. Gotta love that name. Alex Zane and Lance Archer. I love the fact that they came out with Bert and Ernie.
Yeah.
Scott was like creeped out by it.
There were some fun moments here in this match, like comedy wise.
Yep. But there was also some good wrestling spots too. There
was a few really good like maneuvers that happened throughout, but like overall the match just felt like it didn't work for me.
Well,
like,
I mean,
it wasn't a bad
I like
match,
the spot. I like the
okay.
spot like where ELP's doing the rope walk, and then Archer's doing the same thing, and then he tries to give him the purple nurple, and
that's the comedy in the match was great.
Yeah,
and
it's hard to think, like, especially with someone as serious as like Lance Archer in the ring. Comedy works. He knows how to work comedy matches.
Oh man, the guy is one of the greatest moments in wrestling history. Is still Sister Act 2.
Sister Act 2, which he retweeted.
Yeah, because he's a god. He's god tier.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, this was an okay match for their first defense. Like, it didn't really have to be anything.
Yeah, you knew going into this that that's what this was. And Lance Archer is, weirdly enough, like, I don't mean to take away from him, because I do think he's actually a pretty good wrestler.
Yeah, and so is
Zane. I really
like
his character. Yeah, Zane is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which they're going to be in World Tag League next month.
Were they together last World Tag League?
No, I think Zane was. No, they were
with somebody. Yeah. Okay.
No, they were. That's where Monster Sauce started.
Okay. And I think I would like to see Zane versus ELP just 1-on-1. But anyways, I really like Lance Archer.
3-way with Robbie Eagles.
There you go. I really like Lance Archer. He's a good wrestling mind.
Yeah.
And weirdly though, this is what my whole point was. He's being used to put people over.
Yeah.
As if though he's like the top tier wrestler in the world. Do you ever notice that? Like, and I don't mean to take away from him. It's just
no.
they keep using him as a putover.
Yeah.
But he's not big. He's not that. Well, I guess just because he's really big.
But it's also too that he's one of those people that everybody trusts in the ring. Right?
Yeah, he's a very good wrestling mind. I will die on
and
that
I
hill.
think that's why they put him in this match too, is to kind of groom Hikuleo a little bit.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're working together.
Yeah.
Like behind the scenes.
Because I mean, I've noticed a slight improvement in Hikuleo too. His moveset, his running the ropes, like he's starting to improve a little bit.
Yeah, I never thought Hikuleo was unskilled.
No, he just needed some polishing.
Yeah. He's a little unpolished, and he has this really awkward length to him where sometimes he gets caught up in his own like length.
Yeah, because he's tall but not built. You know what I mean? He's kind of not scrawny, but like smaller.
He's like Undertaker-ish, like early Undertaker.
Yeah, when he was skinnier. Yeah. Yeah. But Gorillas of Destiny go over. They retain their championship as it should have been. With that, we'll go into our next match, which is the Strong Openweight Championship. Eddie Kingston is defending it against Hinari. We all know how this one was going to turn out. We knew Hinari was not going to win this.
This was probably my favorite match.
Surprising.
And it wasn't very good still. If you can't tell, I did not enjoy this pay-per-view very much.
Yeah, it was not one of the...
Honestly, like, okay, nothing... There was very few matches I can point at and be like, this match was bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I was, throughout the entire thing, I will not lie to you, I was bored. I stopped. When I was going to the bathroom and stuff, I didn't even pause the thing. I just let it keep playing.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted it to end. I was like, this is so boring. But this match had a few really, really good, like, tough guy moments.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, I think it made Hinari look bad.
Yeah. Like, he's supposed to look, if you're trying to make him look good and losing, this wasn't the way to do it.
They spent so much time building him up in the World Tag League and stuff like that.
The G1.
But then the G1, he started off really good. Yeah. And then last year's G1, he was really good.
He was really good. He was our performer of the year. And then this one that
just passed, he just like...
Yeah.
It's like they gave up on him. He went and he painted his face, and now nobody likes him.
Nobody. But see, that adds to the character. I think that's what you need to push now.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering if Will Ospreay leaves, especially if he goes to WWE.
Hinari, not Hinari, but I think Cobb is going to be the de facto leader.
That's what I was thinking too.
Cobb is sorry?
No, go.
Yeah. No, Cobb, I think, he's the only logical choice. Right? Like, at least for me, I mean, Khan would be funny, but he doesn't have mic skills, where Cobb has some mic skills. And Hinari's still too fresh. I don't think Hinari, but what I would like to see, maybe Will Ospreay leaves, and that starts the fracturing of United Empire.
Yeah, and
then Hinari wants to battle Cobb for leadership or something.
You can have what's his name, the tag team Aussie Open fully leave as well, and they go and they join the House of freaking whatever. What's his name? Why can't I remember anybody's name today?
Which one? The Swerve's house?
The guy that he's a bald guy and he has a cut on his head. He works with Kenny Omega.
Oh, Callis.
The Callis family.
Yeah.
They can both join that at full time.
Yeah.
And then Ospreay goes and does his own thing, and either you bring in a new guy like they did David Finlay style to take over, or you do that. You kind of just have infighting until they make a new group.
But that's Scott Callum or whatever his name is.
Callum, not him.
No.
He has no personality.
No. But I mean, this was not the best match on the card, but it was one of the better ones. But like you said,
I would say so.
But the thing is, it took away because the fact that I had no vested interest in this match, because I don't.
This is the thing. Do you know what really takes away from this? Because we're saying about the interesting a lot here. What really takes away from this is you knew Hanare had 0% chance of winning. Like there
A lot of
was
the people.
literally no chance. Okay, we
Yeah.
knew that Julia was not going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We knew that Hikuleo and ELP are not
Yeah.
going to lose. So I know, and especially when it comes to like WWE pay-per-views like Crown Jewel, where it's like, you know, at those kind of things, there's the big titles are not going anywhere.
Yeah.
This, for other companies, there's usually still a chance that you have someone's going to win. But
Yeah.
here it was like, no, you know that none of these titles are moving.
Yeah.
Especially with Wrestle Kingdom coming up.
Yeah, they don't want to switch to
every title is going to be on the line at Wrestle Kingdom.
Yeah. But I mean, Eddie Kingston goes over, and that goes into our next match because I think this match may happen at Wrestle Kingdom. You have 5 guys of Yuya Uemura and Sonata against LIJ, Naito, and Takahashi. I think they are building something with Takahashi and Yuya, and I think Yuya may dethrone Takahashi after a year.
Yeah.
Like, basically, there's going to be a belt swap at Wrestle Kingdom. Naito's going to beat Sonata, take the world championship away from him, but Yuya's going to beat Takahashi and take the junior heavyweight from him.
Well, we got one. Noah beat. I just had a Christopher Walken moment there. Noah beat New Japan to the Naito storyline. Like they finished the story before New Japan finished the story
on yesterday's review.
So
where we do have a new champion there. Keno is your new. If you watch yesterday's show, Keno is your new champion,
and they beat them. They beat them in the story. Okay,
yeah,
because they were telling that same story for a long time.
Yeah, and then, but if you haven't watched it, go back and watch yesterday's episode.
I would like Yuya to win though.
Yeah, that would be a great way for him to start off.
I do think though it's kind of, I mean, it's great for they're pushing the young guys. I do think though it's a slap in the face for Watto and Desperado. I'll be pretty upset.
Oh, hear their new team name?
Two.
They're Desperado.
Oh my god, that's amazing. I watched the whole thing and I don't remember that. I didn't see the finals, so don't tell me about that.
Yeah. That's, again, we'll review that next week. The finals and Crown Jewel will be next week. But yeah, I mean, because they're going to be fighting at but Desperado is their new name. It's great.
They knew what they were doing there. They love to put the two guys together that don't work.
Yeah. And then tells a good story. But like you said about the slap in the face, Yuya comes back and they're already putting him in this high profile match. Look how long it took to get Shooter to that point.
But Shooter's story is Naito-esque. He's the outlaw. He's like, you know what I mean? So it's like he's their John Moxley.
Yeah. But I mean,
he's the underdog story.
Yeah, these are the guys that are future of the company. Like, we're talking, like, in terms of the heavyweight division, it's going to be Yuya, it's going to be Shooter, it's going to be probably Fujita.
Yeah, what's the guy's name that used to be in Suzuki-gun? Why can't we not remember anybody's name today?
Oh,
Ren Narita.
Ren Narita, yeah. And
Ren
Yota
Narita
Tsuji.
and Yota Tsuji. But Yota Tsuji has had only high profile matches, basically.
Yeah.
Where so Shooter's already like on track.
Yeah, and Shooter's, but this is like in 10 years, it's five, even in 5 years, it's going to be interesting to see what New Japan's going to be doing with these guys.
It will be. I think the biggest person getting dogged is Ren Narita.
Yeah.
Because even Fujita gets a lot of play.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Oiwa? What's the guy's name that went to Noah?
The guy in Noah, yeah.
That guy's everywhere.
More. Yeah.
He's getting everything. They don't even use Ren Narita.
Yeah. Yeah. What was it? Oiwa didn't he? They're next in line. Kiyomiya and Oiwa are next in line for the tag championship.
Yeah, and they're probably gonna win.
Yeah. But But good for Oiwa. We need more Oleg Boltek.
Yeah, come on.
And Oscar Lube.
What's the other guy? Oscar Lube. That's my guy. The Lube man.
Oscar Lube, the Lube man. But I mean, this was good, and it was a great match. Like, you have like Takahashi now as your DDT heavy metal champion. You know, and they even had that little.
He got him finally, eh? He finally got him.
And they had that little fun thing at the end where what's his name was where Uemura was trying to pin him kind of thing at the end, trying to take the belt away from him. So it's like, but it was good. I mean, and it ended in a draw. And this is what I like about this. They're prolonging the story till Wrestle Kingdom. You know what I mean? Nobody won in this situation. You know what I mean? And they're finding different ways to put tags together to prolong this story.
It must be really bad if this, like, obviously wrestling's not real, but if this was real life situation, because not only do the five guys have to deal with LIJ, they also have to deal with House of Torture right now.
Yeah.
So it's like they're constantly getting it from all the sides. Did you hear about the match? Konosuke Takeshita against Chris Jericho on DDT.
No.
It's November 12th.
Oh, okay. It's just a match, right? It's not for anything.
I think it's on a DDT event.
Okay, but I mean, there's no belts or anything, championships or anything.
No.
Yeah.
That'll be probably going to be like the main event, because I don't think Jericho ever wrestled in DDT.
No, he has not. Literally, Jericho's trying to compete in every organization.
I wouldn't be surprised if they gave him their world title just for like a quick run to say that Chris Jericho is their champion.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the Nove.
Yeah.
Is that how you say 9 in Spanish?
Nueve.
There you go.
Yeah. But if he wins a 10th championship, you can go French and call him the Dix champion.
Oh, that's what they should do. I like it.
Yeah. But this goes to a time limit draw. Like I said, this is the way you keep this feud going. This is the way, like, with no clear winner. You didn't like this match too much, did you?
No, this match was okay. This was like one of the more well-rounded.
This was my favorite match.
Matches.
Personally, this was my favorite match of the night. Just to watch Yuya with those drop kicks. He gets some height and elevate. We're talking Okada-esque on those drop kicks.
He's got the Okadas. He's got the Marufujis.
Yeah, he's got some nice drop kicks. And like I said, this keeps the feud going. I was surprised it was only a 20-minute limit, not a 30. Usually with main events, but then again, no belt involved, so they don't have to make it as long. With that, we'll go into our main event. We have Tama Tonga defending the Never Openweight Championship against Shingo Takagi. This match impressed me.
Actually, this was my favorite match. I completely forgot about this match. Yeah. This is the first match that I will point my finger at and say it was good.
Yeah.
Like, it was really good. And we finally got payout. We got paid off. Like, they gave us
they were trying to tell the same story with ELP. Oh, this is Tama's first defense but it's on his second run.
Yeah.
But it was good storytelling in the ring. Shingo put on a clinic in this match.
Yeah, Shingo's a beast, man.
Yeah. And in the end, like, spoilers, obviously, Shingo ends up winning. I was very surprised at this one, but we did call it.
Yeah. And I think it's right.
Yeah. We were saying on the last review of New Japan that Shingo needs something around his waist. We were talking about he had the KOPW. The KOPW is like a joke championship. It's like the 24/7 championship or the Heritage Cup in NXT.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
DDT Iron Heavy Metalweight.
Yeah. It's not a prestigious championship where this has a little bit of some prestige to it. I think this could lead him moving, because this is his third run with the belt. Could this lead maybe to him winning the New Japan Strong?
Double belt? I mean, Shingo's a big name.
Yeah. Because Eddie's been defending the strong weight, but he's never since he's won the ROH, everybody forgot that he's ROH champ.
I think the bad part is that you might end up with Eddie Kingston having another belt.
Oh no, please don't say that.
I honestly feel like this run, the existence of this run is
to validate Eddie's career.
It's Tony Khan is paying out of pocket a lot of money to like New Japan to keep this going, because there's no way Eddie Kingston is a guy who's popular enough to have this continue.
Mind you, he was pretty over with this crowd.
he's always over. Okay. But
Yeah.
if I walk up to someone and say, do you know who Eddie Kingston is? They're not going to know.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Like your
Like
average
people,
WWE fan.
like just an average person. Like people know who John Cena is.
Yeah.
That's a name.
Even Seth Rollins to a point. Like Cody Rhodes, they know who
Like
Cody.
everyone knows who, if in the major wrestling community, everyone knows who Eddie Kingston is. But will anyone tell you that Eddie Kingston is their favorite wrestler or that he should be the face of a company? No, I doubt it.
No, I doubt it. Yeah, but that was your main event. That was your show. Not the strongest of strong shows, I guess. What'd you score this one?
No, I don't even know. 6. It's in the 6s. It's a 6.5.
6.5. I gave it a 6.7.
It's very watchable.
Yeah,
but it's not.
If you just want to
good.
watch, if you want to watch wrestling, just wrestling, it's fine. But if you want like payouts, storylines, anything like that, this is not the event to watch. Watch the last 3 matches. The last 3 matches were good.
And watch Johnny Robbie.
Yes, Johnny Robbie was really good. So with that out of the way, guys, thanks again for joining us. Tune in next week. We'll have our Crown Jewel review. We will have our New Japan finals. What's it called? The Power Struggle. That's the finals of the junior tournament. And we'll talk a little bit about the junior tournament in that as well. So join us next week for those. And in the words of Kenny Omega, goodbye and good night.